Dear students, today our topic is electric current electricity. In current electricity, first we are going to begin with the definition electric current. What is the electric current means? The rate of flow of charges through any cross section of the conductor is called electric current. It is denoted by a letter I. I equal to what we can write Q by T, where Q is charge, T is time. See here inside a conductor, electrons are flowing through any cross sectional area. Here you are observing the dotted lines. Okay, in this dotted lines, this one is gives right here area of cross section. Suppose if the rate of flow of charge varies with the time, then the current at any instant of time is given by dq by dt. I equal to dq by dt. dq is nothing but small amount of charge passing through the cross sectional area of conductor in a small interval of time dt. Right? What is the unit for electric current means? Unit for electric current is ampere. It is a scalar quantity. Electric current, even though having the direction and the magnitude, it is considered as a scalar quantity because it is electric current does not follows the vector algebra. Thereafter, direction of electric current. Depending upon the situation, here electric current we are studying in two cases. As a two conditions. One is nothing but conventional current, other one is electric current. Conventional current means conventional current exists due to the direction of flow of positive charge. Due to the flow of positive charge, whatever the current we are getting, that current is said to be here conventional current. Actually, the direction of conventional current we can consider from higher potential to lower potential. And thereafter, electric current. The direction of flow of electrons is gives the direction of electric current. The direction of electric current is opposite to the direction of conventional current. And thereafter, the charge current carriers in the conductor. Actually, what are the carriers? What are the current carriers in conductor means? In solids, liquids and gaseous. In three states, current carriers are available to us. For example, if you take in solids means like metals and the conductors, charge carriers are nothing but electrons. Suppose if you take other than conductors, semiconductors, if you take in semiconductors, charge carriers are nothing but here electrons and holes. In conducting liquid like electrolytic solutions, charge carriers are nothing but positive and negative ions. For example, one of the electrolytic solution, if you take ammonium chloride, in ammonium chloride, NH4 plus Cl minus, one positive ion is there, one negative ion is there. Both are nothing but here charge carriers. If you take another one, HCl we can take H plus and Cl minus, in which also positive and negative ions are there. So in electrolytic solution, the charge carriers, current carriers are nothing but positive and negative ions. And thereafter, if you take the gaseous, in gaseous discharge tube, for example, if you take discharge tubes, in discharge tubes, gaseous, in the form of gaseous, there are some charge carriers are available, which are nothing but electrons and positive ions. So these are the charge carriers for the electric current. Basically, right? Electric current in conductors. Actually, every conductor is having the large number of electrons initially. Those all electrons which are present inside the conductor are having the random motion due to thermal energy. That means due to thermal energy, all the electrons are moving randomly with thermal velocity. But whatever it may be, at any instant of time, Okay, the velocity, average velocity of the electron is 0. As a result, electric current inside the conductor is 0. Why? Because the electrons are not having the proper direction. Okay, thereafter, when the potential difference is applied across the ends of the conductor, the electric field is set up. Due to this, free electrons of conductor experiences force and drift towards the positive end of the battery. As a result, okay, there will be some current. So whenever you apply the potential difference across the ends of the conductor, then you can see there is a electric current. So thereafter, here, to understand a little bit much clearer about the electric current, there is one law available. The law is nothing but here Ohm's law. What is the statement of Ohm's law? Let me see, important this one. The current through the conductor is directly proportional to potential difference applied across the ends of the conductor, provided temperature and other physical conditions remains constant. Okay, temperature should be constant and physical conditions also constant. Sir, what are the physical conditions? Means length of the conductor, area of cross section of the conductor, these are. Right. Mathematically, how we can write? Means V is directly proportional to I. By removing the proportionality constant, removing the proportionality, we can place a constant, that is R. V is equal to Ri, IR, where R is called resistance. Resistance offered by the conductor. Let me have the definition for resistance. The resistance of the conductor is the effective opposition offered by the conductor to flow of electric charges through it. It is denoted by R. Mathematically, resistance R equal to what we can write? Means potential difference divided by current we can write. Resistance also a scalar quantity. Its unit is ohm. Its unit is ohm. Right. Thereafter, if you see 1 ohm definition, how to define 1 ohm? Resistance is said to be 1 ohm if 1 ampere current flows through it when the potential difference applied across its ends 1 volt. That means 1 volt potential difference ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಂಡ್ಸ್ಗೆ 1 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾಗ ಆ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಆಂಪಿಯರ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಆವಾಗ ಆ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಫರ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ 1 ಓಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸರ್, ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಫರ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫರ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದಿ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್? ಮೀನ್ಸ್ that is, let me see here, while drifting the free electrons, that means whenever the electrons are moving inside the conductor, electrons are collide with the ions and atoms of the conductors, due to which the motion of the electrons is opposed during the collision. Now if the motion is reduced, means that gives rise here electric resistance. Sir, electric resistance is depends on what factors? Okay, electric resistance is depends upon the nature of the material of the conductor. That means material, whether it is steel, whether it is copper material or aluminum, silver, like that, different materials. And thereafter temperature also, okay, having the effectiveness. In case of conductors, temperature is directly proportional to resistance. The temperature is increases, resistance offered by the conductor also increases. Next, thereafter, third point you are observing here, dimensions. Dimensions means length and area. These two are the dimensions. Okay, on this also resistance of the conductor is increases. How? Okay, resistance of the conductor is related with the length and area. Means, okay, resistance is directly proportional to the length of the conductor, inversely proportional to the area of cross section. Now from this one, by removing the proportionality constant, we can place a constant. The name of the constant is rho. That rho is called resistivity or specific resistance. How to define the resistivity or specific resistance? Means resistivity of the conductor. Actually, resistivity of the conductor is equal to the resistance of given conductor of unit length and unit area of cross section. See, resistance is the property of bulk material, that means effective opposition offered by the bulk material, but resistance is related to the bulk material. Okay, resistivity is related to the specific part of the conductor, that means that conductor length should be 1 meter, area of cross section should be 1 meter square. Okay, right. Next here underline, okay, madidini. Resistivity depends on material of the conductor and temperature, but not on dimensions. Length and idar mele depend agalla. What is the unit for resistivity? Means ohm meter. Ohm meter is the unit for resistivity. Next, current density. What is the current density? It is defined as the ratio of current passing through the unit area of cross section of the conductor. That means if you take the current which is flowing through the conductor and its area of cross section, if you take the ratio between these two, means that ratio is called here current density. Current density is denoted by a letter J. So J equal to current by, okay, area we can write. Its unit is nothing but, current density unit is nothing but ampere meter square. It is a vector quantity. It is a vector quantity. Current density is a vector quantity. Right. After having this one, very important relation I am giving here. That is nothing but the relation between the current density, okay, and thereafter sigma and E. Okay, this relation is also known as what type of relation? Means resistivity, this sigma is nothing but conductivity. Further we will study about this. This relation sigma equal to the relation between current density, conductivity and electric field. This relation is also known as vector form of Ohm's law. So let me see here how to write, okay, this one. First, from the Ohm's law, what is the statement of Ohm's law? V is equal to IR. Okay, but R equal to, we know that previously we have studied, rho L by A, right? If you substitute instead of in equation 1 R value, okay, you just to see here, if you substitute in equation number, that means as a equation number 2 in equation number 1, we can get V is equal to I rho L by A. By the definition of current density, see J equal to what we are having, I by A. So here by substituting equation 4 in equation 3, okay, instead of I by A, if you write J, means V is equal to, we can write rho L J we are having. But we know the relation between electric field and electric potential. E equal to V by L we can write. From this one, V equal to EL we can write. So equation 5 and equation 6, if you compare on both sides, L get cancelled. So electric field E equal to what we get here means, okay, rho by J we may get. Suppose rho by J, how we can write means, rho is nothing but resistivity. Reciprocal of the resistivity is nothing but conductivity. So resistivity equal to 1 by rho we can resistivity rho equal to 1 by sigma we can write. 1 by conductivity, reciprocal of the conductivity is resistivity also we can write. So sigma J equal to what we can write means, okay, by cross multiplication sigma E bar we can write. So sigma is equal to 1 by rho is called conductivity. Conductivity here is given. Conductivity is defined as the reciprocal of the resistivity. It is denoted by rho. So sigma equal to 1 by rho. The SI unit of conductivity is, okay, reciprocal. Actually ohm meter is nothing but unit for resistivity. Reverse, ohm, if you make it reverse means it will become mho per meter. Mho per meter is, okay, mho inverse meter inverse is nothing but the unit for, see there is a small confusion here. Here ohm meter is there means reverse mho per meter. Mho per meter is nothing but the unit for whatever I have given here. Okay, see whatever I have given that is correct itself only. Okay, ohm symbol you have to make it reverse. Okay, upward direct, that means invert manner. Right, other than this conductivity is having other one unit, that is nothing but Simon. Simon is the unit for conductivity. Okay, conductivity, resistivity, at the same time resistance, conductance. Okay, conductance means the reciprocal of the resistance is called here conductance. So conductance is denoted by a letter G. G equal to, we can write we can write 1 by R. So the SI unit of conductance is, okay, mho or Simon we can write. Next, drift electrons and origin of resistivity is there here. That means here we have to derive the, okay, expression for drift velocity. Here you are observing there is a conductor. In this conductor, what is the length of the conductor means L, area of cross section is A. Okay, this conductor is connected to a potential difference or battery supply V. Okay, in that case electric field is set up in which direction? Left to right direction, right? That means whenever the electric field is applied across the ends of the conductor, that means potential difference is applied across the ends of the conductor, then electrons are drift. As a result, electrons are begins to move. Okay, in this case what happened means these electrons are experiences a force. Whenever the electric field you have applied on the conductor, okay, electrons are having negative charge. Okay, these negatively charged electrons are experiences force opposite to the direction of electric field. Now that force is called here, okay, F equal to QE. Q is nothing but charge. Charge of electron is minus EV. E. So force equal to force F equal to minus small e into capital E we can write. Small e is nothing but charge of electron. Capital E is nothing but electric field. That is equation number 1. But from Newton's second law, force equal to what we can write? Ma. Right, M is nothing but mass of electron. A is nothing but acceleration. Now from equation 1 and 2, acceleration equal to what we may get here? Minus, okay, E, small e, capital E divided by M we are having. From first kinematic equation, V is equal to U plus AT, but U I am not taking, V naught I am taking. V naught means initial velocity. So here how we can write means V is equal to V naught minus, instead of A we have to write acceleration minus E by M. So we may get here equation here, see first equation. Okay, in the next page first equation we got the average speed for all electrons means V average equal to V initial velocity average minus, we can take it as like this. So initial velocity is nothing but 0. Why? Because initially all electrons are having the random motion. Because of that initial velocity is 0. After removing this, drift velocity Vd equal to minus E by M, and tau symbol is there. That tau is called here relaxation time. Relaxation time is nothing but here definition is there, mean free time, that is relaxation time is nothing but the average time interval between two successive collisions of electrons with fixed atoms or ions. Okay, that means in between two successive, after one collision ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು collisionಗೆ, ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ತಗಲುತ್ತೋ ಆ್ಯಾವ್ರೇಜ್ ಟೈಮು, ಆ ಆ್ಯಾವ್ರೇಜ್ ಟೈಮ್ನೇ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವೆನ್ drift velocity is equal to minus E by M into tau. Tau is relaxation time. Next, see there is a drift velocity definition. What is the drift velocity definition? Means the average velocity gained by the free electron of conductor, okay, in the presence of electric field is called here drift velocity. Drift velocity is denoted by Vd. It is depends on two factors. One is nothing but nature of the conductor. Second one is nothing but applied electric field. ಎಷ್ಟು electric field ನಾವು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವೋ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೇನೂ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Next, this question is very actually important for 3 marks. Next, here we are having the relation between the drift velocity and the electric current. Okay, see, same explanation previously how we have seen, the same explanation can be applicable here also. See, consider a length of the conductor L and having uniform cross sectional area A, in which electric field is present. Okay, let there are n number of free electrons per unit volume moving with a drift velocity Vd. In a time interval t, each electron is advances by a distance of Vdt and the volume of the portion is nothing but A Vdt. Actually, this derivation very clearly I have given in notes and explanation. We just see my here. Okay, till charge we have to get here. Now till charge we have to, we are having the explanation. Right, that charge if you substitute in the definition of electric current, you may get electric current I is equal to NEAVD. This one also they used to asking, okay, 5 marks or 3 marks in examination regularly. After having very important question, okay, for midterm also, even though expression for electrical conductivity in terms of relaxation, right, expression for electric conductivity in terms of relaxation time, right. This explanation also very similar to the previous one, drift velocity, relation between electric current and drift velocity. Okay, here this one also, that means electrical conductivity derivation, very important this one. Okay, the 3 derivations, 4 derivations which I have done recently, that means in this session only, those 4 are important for final examination, right. See, consider here we are having the same explanation. All right, from the relation between the electric current and the drift velocity, what is the relation between the current and the drift velocity? Means I equal to NEAVD. N is nothing but, okay, electron density, that means number of electrons per unit volume. Small e is nothing but charge of electron. A is nothing but area of cross section of the conductor. Vd is nothing but drift velocity. Now, by substituting the drift velocity formula in equation number 1, we may have here I is equal to NEA. Okay, drift velocity formula what? What is the drift velocity formula? E by m into tau. The same relation has substituted here. See, em by t. So E into E square, we got here second equation also. Now by the definition of current density I equal to Ja. Okay, here we are having Ja equal to Ne square Ae divided by m into tau. So J equal to both side Aa cancel. J equal to Ne square by m into tau E we are having. From this J equal to we are having sigma E. Is it? That means we know that J equal to sigma E, we know that. Okay, in equation 4, equation 5, if you compare the sigma position, so sigma equal to what we got here? Ne square by m into tau. Now this is nothing but the here, okay, electrical conductivity expression, very important for 5 marks, right. Next to mobility. Mobility means the ratio of drift velocity to electric field. Okay, drift velocity of electrons and applied electric field to the conductor. If you take the ratio between these two, means that is called here mobility. Okay, mobility unit is nothing but meter square per volt second. Okay, mobility is positive for both positive and negative, sorry, right, it's enough, right. Here limitations of Ohm's law is there. Afterwards, limitations of Ohm's law. Right, what are the limitations of Ohm's law? Means Ohm's law is not applicable to semiconductors, insulators, diodes, thermistors, and discharge tubes, transistors. Whatever the semiconductor materials are there, for them, whatever the insulating materials are there, for them, Ohm's law is not applicable. It is applicable to only good conductors. Next, Ohm's law is not applicable at very high and low temperatures. That is also you remember. Next, Ohm's law is not a universal law. It is an empirical law. That means derived law. Next, Ohm's law is not applicable to the superconductors. Superconductors means the conductors whose resistance is almost zero. Right. Thereafter, ohmic devices and non-ohmic devices. The devices which obeys the Ohm's law are said to be ohmic devices. For example, conductors, resistors, ammeter, voltmeter. Okay, related their graphs also given. The devices which do not obey Ohm's law are called non-ohmic devices. For example, semiconductor, diode, transistor. Related to them also there are some values are there. Next, resistivity of various materials are given. For metals, what is the range of resistivity? For insulators, for semiconductors also given. And thereafter, resistors topic is there for you. I didn't give this one. Okay, why? Because series and parallel combination, these all are removed from this syllabus. Right, thereafter, temperature coefficient. This is very, very important. Temperature coefficient concept. What is this concept means? With respect to time, with respect to temperature, how the resistance of the conductor is changes, varies. Now that one is given by the here, temperature coefficient. So that one already I have given, only I am giving here definition for temperature coefficient. It is defined as the increase in resistance per unit original resistance per degree Celsius or Kelvin rise in temperature. Right? For metals, temperature coefficient is positive. For semiconductors and insulators, temperature coefficient is negative. Thereafter, electrical power and electrical energy here. Right, electrical power means the rate at which work is done by the source of EMF to maintaining the electric current in the circuit is called here electrical power. Electrical power is nothing but work done by time. Work done is nothing but energy also. Here we got work done is equal to IV delta T. So instead of work done, IV delta T if you substitute, divided by delta T. Delta T cancel means power equal to IV, current into potential difference. Otherwise, I square into R. That means instead of V you can write IR from the Ohm's law, I square into R. Otherwise, V square into R also we can write. Next, ohmic laws. What is the ohmic laws here? Means the laws of electrical power by the transmission cable while transforming electrical power from production region to consumer region is called here ohmic laws. That means if the electrical power loss is exist due to the transmission of power from one point to another point by the cable is called here ohmic loss. That ohmic loss, that loss of power can be exist, or the loss of power can be observed in the form of heat energy. So for ohmic loss, power loss also formula given, P square into RC divided by V square. So thereafter series and parallel combination of resistors is not given at present. So till now, you just remember, and another video I will put very shortly, right? Yes.